Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the WWE Fantasy Log. I am James Phoenix. With me is Jeff and Tiff.
Oh shit, I forgot to change my shirt. Oh well. What's up?
Hey.
So, we are here to do the usual. We're going to go through usual. If you'd like to see, last night we did Money in the Bank. Feel free to check that out. We also did the news a little while ago. Check that out as well. This is going to be our usual weekly scoring. Raw, SmackDown, 205. So we're going to kick it right off and do our thing. So let me hit up the screen share. Whoa, that was not what I wanted to do. Present to everyone. There we go. Okay. So as you can see, post Money in the Bank, still in the lead is the glorious TNA Perosu Club Originals. Wow, I said it without looking at it. Cool. At 53-31. A couple hundred points behind is me, the Woken Warriors, at 51-82. And a few hundred points behind that is Tiff with the, the Legit Rowdy Architects, who are down there at 47-36.
More than a few hundred.
That's about 400, a little under. So you got 500 points for Money in the Bank alone. You massively closed the gap. I point out to you, if you look over here on the previous one, you know, you were like 800 points behind. Now you're like 300 or 400 points behind.
Mm-hmm.
So good things all around.
You also lost Big Cass, so enjoy that. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Put Big Cass on the inactive list because he doesn't have a job anymore.
He doesn't, but we'll mark him as inactive, but we're going to leave him because obviously
yes.
He has points on Tiff's roster. So
yes.
Nice. Right. Why is he inactive?
He got fired.
Why?
Because he's a casshole. Yeah, he pissed off everybody all the time, and they just said, fuck you, basically. That's the short of it.
Yeah.
Well, that's lovely.
So he's out. Also on my roster, I'm going to inactive Sami Zayn, who just had surgery on not one but two torn rotator cuffs in his shoulders.
Yeah, Sammy kind of doesn't have arms right now, ergo he's not going to be around for 6 months.
So we're also going to mark him on inactive. Okay.
Yeah. And then for my roster for the rest of it, up until the next pay-per-view, I don't have Charlotte either because she kind of doesn't have a boob right now. She's going into surgery, so yeah.
Well, she had the surgery. Her boob's okay now, but just the heel.
Okay. Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Anyway, at the top of the leaderboards, off of a successful United Intercontinental Championship retention at the pay-per-view, is Seth freaking Rollins at 595.
Yeah, considering this past week, that's not going to happen anymore.
No, that's not going to last, but we'll see where it goes. In second place is the newly crowned Mr. Monster in the Bank, Braun Strowman at 519. The U.S. Champ Jeff Hardy, despite having done nothing except showing up for a 2-second promo, is still in third at 357. He's followed by Daniel Bryan off his victory over the Casshole at 347. The WWE Champion AJ Styles off a vicious last man standing retention at 340. Finn Balor clocking in at 339 off his performance in the men's Money in the Bank. The SmackDown Women's Champion Carmella at 306 off of her retention thanks to the return of James Ellsworth. Drew Gulak clocking in at 304 from the Cruiserweight division, followed by the big dog Roman Reigns at 292 after beating Jinder Mahal. And rounding out the top 10, shooting up out of nowhere, is the newly crowned Raw Women's Champion and the winner of the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match, Alexa Bliss. So there we go. Let's put these folks back in order, and let's see what happened this week, shall we? Shall we?
Yes, let's.
Okay. The June 18th edition of Monday Night Raw emanated from the Van Andel Arena in Grand Rapids, Michigan. We open up with Raw General Manager Kurt Angle, who talks about how Raw Superstars won both Money in the Bank matches at the pay-per-view. and then introduces the new women's champion, Alexa Bliss. She comes out to the ring, and Kurt says that she requested a special presentation of the belt, and so he proceeds to bestow upon her the belt in the ring. And Kurt also reveals that Nia is going to get a rematch for the women's title at Extreme Rules. Alexa says that she still isn't done gloating about her win last night and talks about how she won the contract and cashed in immediately. However, she's interrupted by Rowdy Ronda Rousey, who is very unhappy about having her women's title match fucked up by Alexa last night. Alexa taunts her as Kurt tries to tell her to calm down. But Ronda's had enough of this shit and proceeds to attack Alexa, pummeling on her. Kurt tries to haul her off, and she judo throws Kurt halfway across the ring. Then attacks Alexa some more, and then grabs the Money in the Bank case, which was also on the table, and begins beating Alexa with it. Kurt tries to haul her off again, but then she hits Kurt in the face with a briefcase a few times. Referees run in, and Ronda starts punching and kicking them all out. And then finally goes back to Alexa, picks her up, and power bombs her through the table. A few short moments later, we see Kurt and Ronda backstage, where Kurt says that he has no choice in dealing with this and proceeds to suspend Ronda Rousey for 30 days and tells her to leave the building. On her way out, she does a short interview with Renee Young, where she says that after her 30-day suspension, she will be back and she will kick Alexa's ass.
So, Ronda v. Alexa for the Women's Championship at SummerSlam confirmed.
Yeah.
Fair.
Assuming Alexa still has the belt after Extreme Rules.
She will.
Yeah.
They wouldn't set all this up for SummerSlam and then have Alexa lose. That'd be stupid.
Unless Ronda shows up at Extreme Rules and costs Alexa against simultaneously scoring Nia, and they end up in a triple threat match at SummerSlam.
Or that.
So anyway, let's see here. So Alexa is going to get promo. And then Ronda is going to get assault, weapon use, that's 7. And OMG for a table spot is 12 points to Ronda. And I'll throw her an extra.
Points, Ronda?
What did I just say?
I don't know, because there was a glitch here somewhere. I didn't hear anything.
Oh.
I heard you just fine.
How many points did I say?
I don't know.
He doesn't know because he wasn't listening.
No, I don't know because she spoke over it when she cut you off. So I missed the total.
She spoke up after I said it. But anyway.
Sorry.
All right, fine. 4 for an assault. 3 for weapon use is 7. And 5 for an OMG is 12.
Plus promo.
Right, plus the post-match promo is 17 points to Ronda.
Oh. Post-assault promo.
Yeah, well.
Still a promo.
Yeah.
That's going to put Ronda at 99 points. All right. Next up, Seth Rollins, the Intercontinental Champion, comes out to the ring with a mic. And he says that there's no better place than here for an Intercontinental title open challenge, and no better time than right now. He calls out anyone in the back who has the guts to fight him, and he gets a response from Dolph Ziggler, who is flanked by his good friend Drew McIntyre. Ziggler gets in the ring, and we have ourselves an Intercontinental Championship match. And they put on a pretty damn good match. Ziggler starts controlling the pace of the match early on after Rollins misses a curb stomp and really exercises control. Neck breakers, elbows. Ziggler gets thrown out, eats a suicide dive, and Rollins starts coming back with some high-flying offense. But Ziggler manages to counter again after again dodging the curb stomp, and it's a famouser. The two men keep going back and forth, have a great back and forth match. The whole thing ends after Rollins hits Ziggler with a buckle bomb off of Ziggler's attempt at a flying crossbody. And McIntyre gets on the apron to distract Rollins, which allows Ziggler to roll him up from behind. The two men then trade roll-up attempts back and forth until Ziggler, grabbing a hold of Seth Rollins' tights, which the ref could not see because he's on the other side, manages to roll Seth up for the 3. And your new Intercontinental Champion, Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah, with a handful of tights.
With a handful of tights. So, woo, free championship. Thank you, Dolph. Thank you, Dolph.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Not for long. Not for long.
No, Dolph might be the champion for a while.
Universal McIntyre.
I still say if they were going to take the title off of Rollins, Elias should have won at the pay-per-view.
Yeah. The Intercontinental title didn't want to walk with Elias.
No, apparently WWE does not, in fact, mean walk with Elias, since he got promptly shafted by the WWE.
Nah. All right, so that's going to be Rollins with a promo. And then Rollins with a match. So it's 5 for a promo, and 5 for a match is 10. And Rollins had 10 moves, is 20 points to Seth Rollins. Which is going to put Rollins at 6:05 live. Drew McIntyre gets an accompaniment and interference is 11. And let's see here. There's also post-match, Ziggler poses with the title. Rollins protests about the grabbing of the tights. Drew McIntyre then drops Rollins, and they hit the combination Claymore zigzag. So Drew McIntyre is going to get 6 for an interference and 5 for accompaniment is 11. And then 4 for a post-match assault is 15. And 1 for the Claymore is 16 points to Drew McIntyre. It's 189. Yeah. And then Dolph Ziggler, let's see. Dolph Ziggler is going to get 40 points for winning the Intercontinental Championship. 20 for winning a match on Raw is 60. 5 for competing in said match is 65. He has 13 moves, is 75, 78. Yeah, because all he did at post-match was hit the moves. So, yeah, 78 points to Dolph Ziggler. Plus 78. Going to give Dolph 240 points. Bam. And by the way, just because I noticed here, just for the record, that puts Dolph Ziggler 2 points ahead of Elias.
Wow, Elias got shafted.
All right. So back before we go to commercial, we come back to Dolph Ziggler doing an interview in the back where he makes fun of the other wrestlers' catchphrases, and it says that nobody expected it, but then when he goes to do something, he does it. So
unless that something is winning the Royal Rumble. Because apparently that's one thing he can't do.
So that's a promo to Ziggler and a promo to McIntyre. 94. Okay. Next up, we go out to the ring, and Bobby Roode has a match against Curt Hawkins. Bobby Roode's ribs are taped up from the beating that he took in Money in the Bank. And Curt Hawkins tries to take advantage of this by throwing heavy offense quickly, but Roode shuts him down with a spine buster, and then glorious DDTs him into next week. Squash match.
3 points for me.
Curt Hawkins gets 5 points for being in a match, and that's about it. Bobby Roode gets 20 points for winning a match, 5 for competing in one, and 2 moves is 27 points to Bobby Roode. This is 45, 55, and 7 is 262. Bobby Roode celebrates in the ring. We go to a commercial, and we come back to a video package looking at Braun Strowman's Money in the Bank win, and then we are joined by Mr. Monster in the Bank himself. He gets in the ring with his briefcase. He gets on a mic talking about all of his accomplishments so far, mentioning that, he's, flipped a semi-truck over with his bare hands. He's threw Kevin Owens off a huge ladder last night. He won the tag team titles at WrestleMania. All the different things that he's done. But adds that winning the Money in the Bank briefcase is his greatest accomplishment. So he says, all I have to do is wait for Brock Lesnar to dare show his face here again, and then he will get these hands. He's interrupted by Kevin Owens, however, who comes out limping and looking very injured, and says that he wants to be the first one to congratulate Braun because, he deserves it. He warned everybody else in the match that Braun was going to be unstoppable and was going to win, and nobody listened to him. He says that he has advice for Strowman, and that's to be smart and have a strategy for cashing in Money in the Bank. And he tries to pitch a partnership to Strowman that, Strowman can be the muscle of the relationship, and Owens will be the brains and basically loan his cunning to Braun in terms of his cash-in to ensure that he can make maximum use of it. Owens says Strowman doesn't have anybody to watch his back and hasn't needed it until now, but now he has an opportunity and could use the help. And they said they could each do a favor for each other. He'll have Strowman become Universal Champion, and in exchange, Owens wants a shot at the belt after Strowman wins it. And he says that he's too injured from last night to fight right now.
And we lost Jim. Dave, you still there? Hello? Yep. Okay. We lost Jim. We lost Jim. Jim done disappeared. We lost Jim. We lost Jim.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
You're back.
I'm back.
You're back again.
Anyway, what did I miss?
You're talking about Braun Strowman.
Yeah, what about him?
I don't know. You were in the middle of talking about him.
Where in the middle?
What was the last thing you said, Tiff?
Last thing he was talking about was how Kevin Owens was going to lend his cunning to make sure that Strowman uses the bank.
Yeah, he basically offers to watch Strowman's back and help him out, and asks that Strowman, in exchange, once he wins the Universal title, give Kevin Owens a first opportunity at it. He also adds that he's too beat up to fight right now and just wants to shake Strowman's hand. And Strowman does shake his hand, but doesn't let go. And he picks him up for a running power slam, but Owens manages to slip away.
Fair enough.
So that's a promo to Braun Strowman. And then a promo to Kevin Owens, and also an evasion of a finisher to Kevin Owens. So that's 8 points.
Fair enough.
41. Rolling on.
Now, hold on. Speaking of the monster among men over there, a monster in the bank, as it were. Up, Up, Down, Down sent a contingent to MegaCon this year. The contingent was Ember Moon, Johnny Wrestling, aka Johnny Gargano, and Mike Rome. And Alexa Bliss and Braun Strowman happened to be actual guests at MegaCon, so they had tables set up with photos and shit, taking pictures, blah blah blah. So they kind of crashed them. And when they went to go see Braun Strowman, like Gargano and Rome tried to get Strowman to do this with him, to do the Braun. And Strowman's like, really, you want me to do that? Like, we want to do that with you. And then Ember Moon shows up, and he's like, I'll do it with her, but not you guys. He's like, wait, what? What? Come on. And so Ember Moon gets him to do it, and they're all standing there, and they do the Braun thing. And then Braun Strowman just kind of turns around and fucking knife edge chops Gargano in the middle of Mega Guy. He's like, which I thought was hilarious. Just out of nowhere, someone just turns around, knife edge chop. Get out of here, scrub.
Woo?
I guess. I thought it was kind of fucking funny. Yep. Also, once again, Aisha was at the convention, of course, MegaCon, and they got to meet Aisha.
Okay, then.
So go Yellow Ranger.
Fair enough. See you at
Also, Ember Moon geeking out over dice. Yes, please.
Over dice?
There was a table that had a bunch of dice being sold, like D20s and D10s and D4s and stuff. And she was just completely geeking out over it. Like, I don't know what to buy. I don't know what to pick up. It's like, that's cool.
Nice. Anyway.
Also, the people that apparently make her contacts had a booth there. She was like, yes, this is the official company of the Ember Moon Eyes.
Oh, okay, that's good to know.
So she walked over to their booth.
Cool. Speaking of the women's division, we cut backstage where Bayley approaches Sasha Banks. Because this is the I don't know what relationship that will never end.
This is the feud that never ends. It goes on and on, my friends.
It's not even really a feud at this point.
Started singing it.
So, Sasha attempts to give, Bayley attempts to give Sasha a pep talk after losing the ladder match last night. And says that Bayley says they should start over and give their friendship a fresh start. And they shake hands on it. Spoilers, it lasts less than an hour. So that's promo to Bayley and Sasha. All right. Moving on. We then go out to the ring, where the Raw Tag Team Champions, Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy, the leader of Worlds, have a tag team match, non-title, against Beauty and the Man Beast. And the tag team champions win this match off of a double Sister Abigail on Heath Slater, despite Rhino putting up a pretty good fight. More than he usually does at this point in his career.
Was it this week that the B team were trying to mimic the leaders of worlds before the match? Or was it last week?
No, that happened here too. They wrote it as part of the match instead of part of the promo, instead of a separate thing. Yes, before the match, the B team appear on the big screen. Curtis Axel walks out in a goofy wig, dressed as it's spouting bullcrap like Woken Matt Hardy. Before Bo Dallas walks in with a big fake beard and a hat and a small electric Coleman lantern, and proceeds to do a almost perfectly spot-on impression of his brother.
Well, it's not that hard considering it's his brother. He probably knows how to sound like his brother.
Yeah.
My guess is he's probably been impersonating his brother for years.
Yeah. Anyway, so they do their impression, and they end the promo by saying that, we're going to see you at the paper at Extreme Rules. Run. And Dallas closes the lantern. But the thing is, they close the lantern, they do the run thing and kind of the camera, but then the camera doesn't cut away. So they're standing there for several minutes staring at the camera, waiting for it to cut away, and it just doesn't. And eventually they realize the camera's not going to cut away, so they kind of glance at each other sideways, and they just kind of slowly lower themselves down and slink off camera.
Nice. Wyatt family, the budget version.
Yeah. And meanwhile, this whole thing distracted the tag team champions enough that Beauty and the Man Beast jumped them from behind and got an advantage going into the match. Was not enough to save them.
Fair.
So that's going to be promo to the B team. So Bo Dallas gets a promo. That's 202. And Curtis Axel, he gets a promo, and that puts him at 202. And then, okay, and let's see. Beauty and the Man Beast competed in this match. Slater didn't do anything, so Slater's going to get 5 points for showing up. Yeah, ready. And then we've got Rhino, who's going to get 5 points for showing up and 3 for an evasion. It's 8 points to Rhino. It's Rhino in an even 70 points. On the flip side, let's see. Looks like Bray. Looks like Bray Wyatt was the legal man here for the end of the match. So Woken Matt Hardy will get 15 points for being on the winning team. He'll get 5 for competing as 20, and he'll get 4 moves as 24 points. Let's see, that's turned off. Let's turn that back on. Go. So, as I was saying, 24 points to Matt Hardy. So at 278. And then Bray will get 20 points for winning the match. 5 for competing is 25. And 2 moves is 27 points to Bray. 35, 45, and 7 is 253. We see a replay of Ronda beating the crap out of Alexa and attacking Kurt earlier. Kurt is backstage when Constable Corbin walks in and informs him that Stephanie is pleased with his performance tonight, and specifically in doing what he had to do with Ronda Rousey. He starts to tell Corbin what he can tell Stephanie, but Corbin downs the phone saying he can tell her himself. We go to a commercial and we come back, and Kurt is still on the phone with Stephanie. And based on Kurt's reaction, he notes that that is a big deal, and he will make an announcement about that very shortly. And so apparently Stephanie gave us a kind of big news to be announced. And he also tells Stephanie that he will make sure that he runs everything by Constable Corbin. We then go out to the ring where Jinder Mahal comes out with Sunil Singh, who is out of his wheelchair but still wearing a neck brace. And in what was not a good sign for the man, Chad Gable was already in the ring.
Oh, fuck.
So Chad Gable got beat up.
Judging by that sound, that means more points to me.
And he lost to the Colossus.
Fucking Chad. How can you be worse than Jason Jordan?
He's a better wrestler. They just don't like Chad Gable.
He don't like them either.
The thing is, they already had a match between these two a couple weeks ago, and Chad did win that match. So I guess they're just reversing everything now.
Okay. All right. Excuse me.
You're excused.
So Sunil Singh is going to get accompaniment and interference, of course.
Of course. Of course.
I think he interfered. Well, I guess he didn't actually interfere.
Really?
Okay.
That's a surprise.
I guess it's just accompaniment then.
Fair.
Although I will note, weirdly, is Jinder trying to go back to his old gimmick?
What do you mean?
On the way to the ring, Jinder and Sunil come down, and Jinder cuts a promo. He talks some shit about Roman Reigns. Fair enough. That's expected.
Right.
But then he adds that I will not be brought down by these people here tonight, because I have found true peace and tranquility.
What?
I am a spiritual being committed to change, unlike you, Chad Gable.
Okay.
So I think he's working in part of the Man of Peace gimmick?
He's not the modern day Maharaja anymore?
I don't know anymore.
Did Sunil introduce him as the modern day Maharaja?
I believe so.
That's weird. That makes no sense.
I know. It's weird.
I don't think he did.
Oh, he didn't?
Not that I recall.
Mm-hmm. No, that's right, because they walked out together. I remember that now. They walked out together, and Jinder already had the mic in his hand and just started cutting the promo.
So they're backdooring in a new gimmick for him?
I guess.
WWE's lost it.
Apparently. Anyway, Sunil Singh gets a compliment. There we go. Jinder's going to get a pro 5 for, well, let's do Chad Gable first. Screw it. Because Chad Gable gets 5 points for being in the match and 4 moves, admittedly. So 9 points to Chad Gable. Let's see, at 82. Then Jinder is going to get 5 points for the pre-match promo. 5 points for being in a match is 10. 20 points for winning a match is 30. And 2 moves is 32 points to Jinder. Puts Jinder at 242. Following this, we cut backstage to the Suicide Squad, who are again walking through the backstage area, flipping things over, making a mess, and just generally being pains in the ass. And they pause long enough to smash some dude's laptop and then to spray paint a letter R on a random mirror. This is
This is
not
what
going to give
now?
any points. It's their new shtick, I guess.
Okay, then. Hello?
Yep.
All right, you're there.
And anyway.
You plugged in.
Yes.
Okay.
Anyway. Following this, we see a promo package for the Special Olympics real quick, and then cut back when the Riot Squad comes out, and we find out that the non Ruby members of the Riot Squad are going to have a tag team match against Sasha and Bayley. And the match ends with Sasha getting rolled up with a fistful of tights by Liv Morgan for a 3 count.
Fuck you, Morgan. Clap, 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 clap.
Clap, 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 clap.
Thank you, Morgan.
Clap, 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 clap. The Riot Squad celebrates after the match as Bayley and Sasha look disgruntled in the ring. Bayley tries to give Sasha a hug, but Sasha pushes her away and leaves. So, Ruby Riott is going to get a couple of points.
Doesn't Bayley get pushed down onto the mat? And with the attempt of the hug?
Possibly.
She goes in for the hug or what have you, and Sasha just pushes her away, and she ends up on her butt on the mat.
Okay, then. All right, so Banks and Bayley were the losers in this match. So Bayley is going to get 5 points for competing, and 2 moves is 7 for Bayley. $116. She's going to get 5 points for competing, and 1 is 6 points to Sasha. All right. Then on the heel side of things, Liv Morgan got the runner-off, so let's do Sarah Logan first. Again, with these Riot Squad members, they didn't actually hit any moves as far as I could tell. So basically, all they did was try to, throw some punches and kicks, try to evade moves, and then end up getting a lucky roll-up. So Liv Morgan is going to get 5 points for being in the match, and 15 for being on the winning team is 20 points to Sarah Logan. And Liv Morgan is going to get 20 for winning the match, 5 for competing is 25. And that's about it. $247. All right. Excuse me. So, following all that, Kurt Angle is backstage reviewing some notes with Constable Corbin. We go to commercial. We see Bayley approaching Sasha backstage again, and they continue arguing. Bayley then attacks Sasha, and they fight through the backstage area, saying that she's tired of Sasha treating her this way. Sasha whips Bayley into a trash can and walks off. as Bailey is selling a shoulder injury. So I guess that's count that as a mini promo and then an assault. So 7 points to each of the ladies. Bailey.
What are you doing?
Give them the point.
Okay, because you went all silent. Tiff, is he breaking up for you?
A little bit. Because he was talking and then all of a sudden silence, like you said.
Jim, fix your headset. You're like all silent and shit.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, hang on. Entertain the people for a minute.
With what?
With whatever you got.
Exactly, with what? You know he's supposed to please stand by sign right now.
You wouldn't happen to have canned elevator music, would you, Tiff?
Huh, no.
Apparently, Jim's having technical difficulties.
Please stand by. Do, 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 do,
There you go.
do.
Yeah, unfortunately, we can't put anything up anyway because Jim's computer is the one that's kind of taken over the stream, so
Yep.
we couldn't put one up even if we wanted to. Yeah, so how about that failed press conference we talked about during the news?
What about the failed press conference? Tell me more.
Well, 2K had a press conference for WWE 2K19, and it was fucking terrible. Huh.
Was it?
I said it was fucking terrible.
I said, was it?
Yep. All they did was they had Corey Graves come out and say, hey, we have an announcement to make, and I'm going to introduce the guy that's going to make the announcement. And then he brought out AJ Styles, who basically said, hey, I'm on the cover, and they didn't even show us the damn cover.
Oh, I seen that. They posted it on like Raw or SmackDown. I can't. It was, well, SmackDown. I can't. I think it was this week or last week.
It was. Well, the conference was on like Monday morning. But it was fucking terrible. It was only like 15, 20 minutes long, and Angie answered some questions, and we on the stream couldn't hear the questions because the questions were being asked over something else that they failed to mic up, so we really couldn't hear it. So it's like all we heard was AJ's responses. It's like they didn't even ask him anything about the game or anything. We didn't get told about the game. Like I said, we didn't even get the cover, despite the fact he's like, I'm the cover superstar, and then like not a day later, it's like they have the cover out, and it's like, what?
Did he mention about the contest?
He mentioned the contest, yes. Yeah, so 2K fail. They didn't even give it. They gave us nothing. They didn't even give us the cover. So, yeah, 2K doesn't know how to market for shit. They're failing epically on that side.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
What else was on the news?
well, go watch the news. we just did the news.
You brought it up.
I mean, we covered some of the stuff already. We talked about the fact you don't no longer have Big Cass. That was on the news.
Oh yeah.
We talked about the fact that Jim no longer has Sami Zayn. That was on the news.
Mm-hmm.
We
And you
covered the
no
fact
longer have,
have
Charlotte right now.
Yeah, for like a month. That was on the news. For all the injury reports. Well, 2 injury reports and a "you're fired" report.
Mm-hmm.
We covered the fact that Vader passed away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We covered the fact that apparently Vince McMahon hates ROH.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Guess I'll have to go watch the news video then.
Yep. Come on, Jim. Fix faster. I don't know what he's doing, but he all disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't have the Raw scores, so and I don't have the document anyway, so I couldn't score it even if I wanted to.
Okay, sorry about that, folks.
There you are, finally.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're
You're
not.
not sorry. You're not sorry at all.
Shut up.
I don't wanna.
Come on.
So continue.
I'm trying. Hang on.
Do or do not. There is no try. Do or do not. There is no try.
Said that already.
I know. I changed the voice though. Even though I said it doesn't seem to have done anything.
I'm working on it.
But we can hear you just fine right now.
Try speaking those words about his Groot.
All right. We'll see if that all helps. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yes.
Yep.
You good now?
Yeah, I think so. I hope so. We're gonna see.
Okay, moving on.
Yeah, hang on a sec.
I thought you said you were ready.
No, I said I was good. I didn't say I was ready. Sorry, I had to kill everything internet browser except for this call. So I have to open the thing back to get back to the recap. Again, I had to give it a second for the program to cooperate.
Super program, cooperate faster.
No.
You are not the program.
I am good enough.
Apparently not.
All right, so I give the points to Bailey and Sasha for the backstage thing, right? Yes, no?
Backstage thing?
Yeah. The last thing I talked about.
That's what
You were supposed to give them 7 points each because there's 3 for mini and 4 for the brawl backstage.
Right, I gave those.
Ah,
Right, I gave those points. Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Okay then. So next up, Kurt Angle comes out in the ring. He saw the fight between Sasha Bailey on the big screen and complained. What?
I didn't hear a ring.
Hmm?
Never mind.
Okay, I don't know. Anyway. So Kurt Angle says he saw the fight between Sasha and Bailey and complains about the show being out of control and says that he has an announcement to make about when Brock Lesnar will next be defending the Universal title. But before he can make the announcement, Roman Reigns interrupts and gets in the ring saying that everyone knows he should have been declared the winner over Brock at the greatest Royal Rumble in the cage match, and therefore he's the uncrowned champion and deserves a title match. He says that he knows Angle has had some problems running Raw as of late, and adds that a Universal Champion who actually showed up and defended the title each and every week would certainly go a long way toward alleviating some of those problems. Kurt starts to speak again, but this time they're interrupted by Bobby Lashley, who gets in the ring. Says that he doesn't think that Reigns has what it takes to finish the job against Lesnar. And he adds that he could beat both Brock and Roman. The two men get face-to-face, and Kurt tries to break them up and says that there's going to be a multi-man match at Extreme Rules, the winner of which will face Brock Lesnar for the championship. And adds that Roman and Lesnar will be two of the men in that match, but the remaining participants in that match will be announced at a later time. As Lashley and Roman get back at each other's faces, the Revival comes out because they were backstage not doing anything and decided, hey, why don't we go get jobbed out?
I thought you said this was the bit where Lashley had the sickest burn of all time.
He did. He pointed out to Roman Reigns that unlike Roman, he could actually beat Brock Lesnar, and says to Roman that he should really let somebody who can beat Brock Lesnar beat Brock Lesnar.
Yep. It was like, oh, truth hurts, doesn't it, Roman?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. In retrospect, he might not have actually said that he had beaten Brock in the past. I don't know if he did, but he seemed to believe that he could. So, either way. So that is a promo to open this up here. So anyway, yeah, so Dash and Dawson come out. I basically talk some shit to Lashley and Reigns about how, we're gonna face you in a tag team match, and the two of you are gonna lose because you're at each other's. And the two of you are gonna lose because you're at each other's throats right now, and you're gonna fall apart. And you're gonna see why, despite being two of the top single stars in the world, together you can't beat the best tag team in the world. And Roman says if they want to get their asses beat, they're more than welcome to shut up and get in the ring. And if Lashley pays attention, he might learn something too. Kurt seems very okay with this and calls for a ref, and we have ourselves a match.
A tag team match, player. Holla, holla, holla.
Yeah, no.
No? Oh.
I'm sorry, you are not African American enough to pull that off.
Oh. Well, fuck you.
Yeah, sorry. Just hang it over there and just speak to sorry, no speak English.
Wow.
Blame Shinsuke, not me.
Fuck you, player.
Player, player, player.
I'm right.
No.
Damn, Skippy.
No. Still no.
Yes. 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 Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
No.
Yes.
No.
Hmm. You suck. Moving on.
Fine, I will move on. But it's still a no.
Hmm.
You accepting it? Good. Let's move on. So, yeah. So the Revival lose. Admittedly, they put up an okay fight, but they lose after Dawson intercepts a Superman punch that was meant for Wilder. Wilder tries to roll Reigns up, but Reigns gets up and punches him down. Reigns then looks for a spear, but Lashley tags himself in, and he hits the spear instead. And Lashley picks up the win. I don't really care because both of these men are on my team. So Dash and Dawson going to get 5 points each for a promo and 5 points each for a match. And that's about it. 10 points each to the Revival. Let's see. Dash Wilder goes to 94, and Scott Dawson goes to 89. Okay. Let's see. Next, we have Roman Reigns, who's going to get 15 points for being on the winning team. 5 for competing is 20. 5 for the pre-match promo is 25. And 3 moves is 28 points to Roman. Which is going to put him at 320. And then Bobby Lashley is going to get 20 points for winning the match. 5 for competing in the match is 25. 5 for the pre-match promo is 30. And 3 moves is 33 points to Bobby Lashley. Puts him at 265. All right. Continuing on. Lashley smiles at Reigns after the match. We then cut to the back where Kurt Angle is speaking to Constable Corbin. And they're talking about Stephanie judging his job. They run into Finn Balor, and Balor says that he will do anything, whatever it takes, to get into that multi-man match at Extreme Rules. Adding that he wants his Universal title back. Baron Corbin replies that, Balor, why do you deserve another opportunity? How many have you had in, recent memory? And in every single one of them, you've accomplished nothing. Why do you? Oh, because you were the Universal Champion for less than 24 hours? Is that why you think you deserve an opportunity? No. Kevin Owens walks up and agrees with Constable Corbin, adding that Finn Balor definitely does not deserve an opportunity. And Finn Balor smirks and points out to Kevin Owens that in terms of being capable of the ring, at least he's aware with danger's right behind him. The camera pans back slightly, and Braun Strowman is standing directly behind Kevin Owens.
Nah.
Kevin glances over his shoulder, sees this, flinches like crazy, has a heart attack, and moves over next to Baron Corbin.
Yep, I remember seeing that.
And Braun Strowman informs them that he's here to support his buddy Finn Balor because they're apparently friends now. I mean, we do know that he respects Finn for taking him to the limited match, so I guess that's continuity. And he's there for his buddy Finn, and that if Owens and Corbin would like to face them in a tag team match, he's cool with that.
Player.
Come and get these hands. Player.
And Kurt just throws his hand up and is like, this show's out of control. I can't deal with this. And he just leaves. So that is a promo.
Whoa.
What?
What was that?
What was what?
There was some kind of odd feedback.
Okay.
I didn't hear anything.
Anyway, that's a promo to Strowman, Owens, and Balor.
And Corbin.
Corbin's an authority figure.
Yeah, but
But
this is
he's
a
going
promo
to
about
be
his
not.
match for later in the night.
All right.
Because he wasn't. They did have that match, did they not?
Yes, they did, and Baron Corbin won.
Yeah, so Corbin should get promo since it's directly related to that specific match.
Okay. And Finn Balor. It becomes 344. Braun. 529. And KO. 46. Okay. Yeah, KO, who after going off a 20-foot ladder through a table, shouldn't even be able to walk right now.
That's why he did hardly nothing in the match.
Yeah. Clearly. Anyway. So after all that, we see a look at AJ Styles being on the cover of the video game. And then No Way Jose comes out with his conga line.
No way, Rose.
Yep.
Definitely no way.
And No Way Jose has a one-on-one match against Mojo Rawley.
And wins?
Because he's still employed.
Mojo Rawley wins.
No. Okay.
Yeah, Mojo putting up a strong offense and keeping Jose off kilter with a lot of it. Jose does manage to dump Mojo out at one point, hit with a baseball slide, but that's the extent of his offense. At one point, after getting pummeled, he just tried to fight back with a clothesline and a boot and a face buster, but Mojo takes his knee out, then a running elbow to the face.
He says
then,
lights out.
Yeah, and then the big slam, and Mojo with a win.
So much for No Way, Rose.
Yep. So, Jose gets 5 points for being in a match.
Points for me.
Yep. I know Jose gets 5 points. That's 113. And then Mojo Rawley is going to get 20 points for winning this match. Where the hell is he? There he is. 20 points for winning the match. 5 for competing in it is 25. And 3 moves is 28 points to Mojo Rawley. Whereas 54 and 8 is going to be 62. And then he gets 5 points for a post-match promo. Is 67. Following his victory, he grabs a microphone and says that he's going to start bringing more to the table. So that, and basically refocus on his career. He adds that he used to be all about staying hype, but now he's all about staying focused, so that he can rise to the top of the talent crop in WWE.
We'll see about that.
Yep. So, we got to the back and Sasha Banks is walking to the parking lot. When Bayley catches up with her, they begin arguing again, and Sasha says that she's done being Bayley's friend, and then gets in her car and drives off as Sasha slams on the car and attempts to get Sasha to... Bayley slams the car trying to get Sasha to stop, but she doesn't. So, promo to Sasha and Bayley again. $189 for Sasha. Bayley with $128. We come back to the ring where Elias is in the ring for a song about Money in the Bank, Brock Lesnar, and the upcoming Extreme Rules pay-per-view. He finishes by telling the crowd that if they're ever in doubt to ask, what would Elias do? And he then wraps up and heads out. So, promo to Elias. We then see a replay of Rollins being defeated earlier in the night, and Seth Rollins does an interview where he says that next week he's invoking his rematch and taking back his Intercontinental title. Promo to Seth Rollins. And once that's over, we go to our tag team main event match of Finn Balor and Braun Strowman taking on Baron Corbin and Kevin Owens. It's an interesting match, which basically starts off with Finn Balor as a beat slut for a good period of time, trying to get a tag to Braun, but failing to do so, with Owens and Corbin tagging in and out, keeping him down, Corbin spending the majority of the time in the ring, because Owens is not in exactly good shape. And Corbin is talking trash to Braun on the apron. Balor finally manages to get a tag. Strowman comes in and locks up with Corbin, throwing him around, shots to the abdomen, basically starts cleaning house. Dumps Corbin outside, tags after a boot, and tags Balor back in. He then picks Finn Balor up Gorilla Press style and uses him as a weapon by launching him onto the heels. No, that doesn't get weapon points. And back in the ring, Balor and Corbin make it back into the ring. And Balor is taking control until Owens tags himself in and cheap shots Balor. Then hits him with a senton. Then beats Balor on the mat into backbreaker. Corbin tags back in and continues the offense. They continue beating on Balor. Corbin takes him outside, throws him into the barricade a few times. He tries to springboard, but Corbin punches him out of the air. Balor tries to escape again, but gets caught and eats a deep six. Owens tags in, misses a senton. Corbin tags back in and manages to keep Balor down. More tags back and forth. Strowman gets taunted until Strowman finally decides, the hell with it, I don't need a freaking tag. And proceeds to get in the ring and begin beating up the heels. And I should say, he gets in the ring, knocks the heels down, grabs Balor, throws Balor into the corner, then steps back out of the ring and allows Balor to tag him in. Then he gets in the ring and proceeds to beat up the heels. And it's funny because Strowman knocks Corbin down and goes for a cover, and Owens jumps in but stops in his tracks when Braun sees him and retreats. Braun chases Owens outside. The distraction leads to Corbin jumping off of the apron with a big clothesline. Back in the ring, the Lone Wolf and the Monster trade blows. Braun misses a spear and accidentally hits a ring post. Finn tags himself in. and kicks Corbin in the head and follows up with some strikes. He hits him with a stomp and goes for a pin, but Owens breaks it up. Strowman then runs in and sends Owens outside, and then rams Owens through a barricade wall near the timekeeper's area. This effectively takes them out of commission. Balor reverses a chokeslam into a DDT, dropkicks Corbin in the corner, and goes up top. But Corbin sees what's going on, jumps up, crotches Balor on the top rope, and then nails him with an end of days and claims victory.
Yeah, fuck WWE.
Yeah. After the match, we get promo for the Cole talks up the IC title match next week. Corbin celebrates on the stage. Owens is still down at ringside. Strowman is in his feet into the ring, helping Balor recover. So there's your main event. So let's see here. So Finn Balor gets 5 points for competing in a match. 4 for competing in the main event is 9. And 9 moves is 18 points to Finn Balor. It's 54 and 8 is 362. We then have Braun Strowman, who's going to get 5 points for being in a match. 4 for being in the main event is 9. 1 move is 10. And an OMG for putting Owens through a barricade is 15 points to Braun Strowman. 39 and 5 is 544. We then go to the heels. Kevin Owens gets 15 points for being on the winning team. 5 for competing is 20. 4 for being in the main event is 24. And 1 move is 25 points to KO. $66 and 5 is 271. Baron Corbin gets 20 points for winning a match. He gets 9 for being in and winning the main event is 29. 5 for competing in a match is 34. And 2 moves is 36 points to the Constable. So that becomes 77 and 6 is 183. And there you have Monday Night Raw. Let us go over to the leaderboards. Well, not the leaderboards, the scores, rather, and we'll see what's going on. Wait, this is fucked up. Hang on, that was the 17th. Raw's the 18th. SmackDown's the 19th. Okay. Let's see where we're at here.
All right, let's see where we're at.
That's what I'm trying to do.
You're failing.
You're losing.
Fuck you.
So, newly in the lead, mostly off of thanks to Dolph Ziggler.
And Corbin.
I have Corbin.
She has Corbin.
You still have KO, so you got victory points for that.
Anyway, the Women Warriors are in the lead at 54-86. In second place, just 22 points behind at 54.64 is Glorious. And in third at 49.37 is the Legit Rowdy Architects. All right. So let's continue on here. Tiff, you ready for SmackDown?
Yep.
All right, let me open the recap and we will do this.
Smacketh down.
Yes.
You're going to be writing down the score. You're going to be writing everything down, right?
I'm going to put it in the document. Yeah,
Yeah.
when you give me the totals. All right. SmackDown this week comes from the Huntington Center in Toledo, Ohio.
Holy Toledo.
The broadcast opens with SmackDown General Manager Paige here, backstage talking about what happened in Money in the Bank, saying that we're now just 4 weeks away from Extreme Rules, and tonight they're going to determine who will face AJ Styles at that pay-per-view. She announces a gauntlet match later tonight that will feature Big E of the New Day, Rusev, The Miz, Samoa Joe, and Daniel Bryan, who will all fight it out for the shot at AJ's title. We are then joined in the ring by the SmackDown Women's Champion, Carmella, who gets a mic making some jokes about, I've always looked at my life. I've always had problems lacking confidence, but I just want to encourage everybody looking in the mirror and saying you're not good enough that you're right. Please, you think I've ever had confidence problems? Come on. I don't have confidence problems because I just remember 3 little words. Mella is money. And she informs the rest of the roster that it really doesn't matter what they do because they could work twice as hard as her and they still wouldn't be half as good. She reminds us that she beat Charlotte twice and then beat Asuka all by herself.
No, you didn't.
Asuka's music hits, but instead out comes somebody dressed in Asuka's jacket and mask who reveals himself to again be James Ellsworth. Corey Graves is amazingly impressed that Ellsworth got them not once but twice.
Mm-hmm.
And Ellsworth gets on the mic and makes fun of Asuka, adding that he's back to serve the greatest woman in history. And I quote, better than Charlotte, Lita, Trish Stratus, Mother Teresa, Beyonce, Ronda Rousey, and especially Asuka. End quote. Asuka's music then hits, and she comes out for real this time and gets in the ring. Ellsworth steps up in her face, and he proceeds to get kicked right in the side of the head. Carmella then cheap shots Asuka, and the heels manage to escape. So that's a promo to Carmella and Ellsworth.
Yes.
AKA Carmellsworth.
That wouldn't count as a promo to Asuka, would it?
No, she didn't say anything.
Okay. So, and then, excuse me, there was 1 point to Carmella because she did a super kick on Asuka, and then there's a spin kick to Ellsworth from Asuka, so that's 1 point to Asuka, but 6 points to Carmella.
Yep, I already have Carmella 5. I'll throw her another one in a sec. Okay. Next up, let's see, we see Becky Lynch in the back looking in a mirror and trying on some different pairs of goggles, trying to pick which one she wants to wear. We then go out to the ring where the Iconics come out and cut a brief promo, referring to the fans in the building as being smelly animals, and then talk trash about Becky Lynch, who then comes out for a match.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see, Billie Kay is the one who chooses to wrestle her. So therefore, Peyton Royce is going to get 5 for the promo and also an interference, which
And
I think
5 for accompaniment.
that too. So that should be 16.
Yes.
All right. Becomes 23. It's 129. All right, and then the match. Go ahead, Tiff.
So we're going to start with Billy, and as far as I know, she's only got 5 for the match because it doesn't look like she did any moves.
Sounds about right. All right, 5 points to Billie Kay. More 5 is 122. Okay.
Okay. Now we go on to Becky Lynch, and she has 5 for the match. She has 3 moves, 20 points for the win. That gives her 28 points.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Becky won with the disarm her, so. So let's see, that's 85, 95, and you said 28.
Yes.
So that's going to be 203. All right. Becky celebrates following this. The broadcast team shows footage of Shinsuke beating on Jeff Hardy on a previous SmackDown. We then see a pre-tape promo from Jeff Hardy, who talks about Nakamura's attack on him last week, adding that he took a knee to the head and it rattled his tissues and loosened his brain and woke something up inside him. He doesn't say the word woke, but, something inside him became clear. And he turns around with a crazy white face paint and eyes painted on his eyelids, adding that he was blind, but now he sees. And he opens his actual eyes and is wearing white contacts.
Yeah, he's wearing Brother Nero contacts.
Yeah.
But people theorize he's either going to be Willow, but I don't think the face stuff is crazy enough to be that. The other one is that he's bringing back, all the way back from the early 2000s, he's bringing back the charismatic Enigma.
Mm.
And that's the prevailing theory.
It says.
Either way, it looks like it's a gimmick change for Jeff Hardy.
Mm.
Does he still have the title?
Yes.
So promo to Jeff Hardy.
Yep, gave it to him already. Yeah, right. That's not what I want. I don't want this one. So, next up, there's a promo video for Sanity featuring their silhouettes on a wall. I'm not going to give him anything for that. Didn't say anything. Daniel Bryan does an interview where he talks about his intentions to win tonight's gauntlet match. And he then takes the microphone and asks a question to Renee Young saying, does she think he's going to win? And at first she responds that she thinks he has a good chance, but then Daniel realizes he has to cue her a little more. Says, let me try this again. Do you think he's going to win tonight? And finally he manages to get a yes out of her, and he does the yes chant.
Promo to Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan! All right. All right.
Daniel Bryan.
The Usos come out and they get on the mic talking about their upcoming match against the debuting Sanity. Talking about how Sanity trying to make themselves, a name for the night, but, they think doing, strange, weird things, but, they've been changing the game since day one-ish. Welcome to the Uso Penitentiary.
So, promo points to Jimmy and Jey Uso.
Yes.
Yay.
And then, am I continuing, or are you going to still continue to recap before I do say anything?
You can go ahead, whatever you want to do.
Well, the match didn't even start. There was no bell, and Sanity comes out and starts to beat up on the Usos, and they each get 1 point for a move. So, and that's that, because they didn't say anything, so no promo.
Yep. So that's 5 points to each of those gentlemen then.
Why 5? There
4
was
for,
no promo. They did not say anything.
4 for an assault, 1 for the move.
Okay. Whoops, I missed that part.
4 for an assault and 1 for the move they each hit. So therefore, yeah.
Yeah, 5 points for everybody.
Okay. Now, does anybody know what the hell these people are named? I know Killian Dane. That one I know.
Killian Dane, Eric Young, and Alexander Wolf.
Okay, thank you. Dane, Eric Young, and Alexander Wolf is up here. Okay. All right. So that happens.
Mm-hmm.
Sanity poses in the ring. We then get to the back to Shinsuke Nakamura, who's doing an interview. And while the interviewer, wants to know about the English thing, he says, "No, not this week. But I will say the only reason I lose at Money in the Bank is because the referee he counted very fast." Also, Jeff Hardy do well not to cross me. It basically tells Jeff Hardy not to cross him again, or he's going to do worse. So yeah, Shinsuke and Jeff Hardy are feuding now.
Mm-hmm.
So, promo to Shinsuke.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right, we then go to the ring, and we have a rematch from the Money in the Bank pre-show of the Bludgeon Brothers defending the tag titles against the Good Brothers. Sure, more free points to Tiff.
So what? Don't make fun of me.
Too late.
And Anderson doesn't look like he did anything, so just 5 points to him for the match. Unless I missed something. Because it doesn't seem... It's a tag team championship, and it's not a specialty, so there you go. I didn't miss anything. Gallows is 5 points and 2 moves. He's got 7 points.
Okay.
And then...
Right. Hang on. Not there yet. Does Carl Anderson get an OMG for having amazing abs?
No.
Okay.
Please. No.
Did he ever get them before?
No.
Did he ever have amazing abs before?
No.
Well, no, he's always had amazing abs. Anyway, yeah, that's 81 for Gallows. I just mentioned that because they did a promo about that at some point, and he was showing off the abs. I don't remember when the hell that was. Maybe it was at the pay-per-view. Anyway.
So Roman... Okay, go ahead.
Roman?
No, I said Rowan.
Oh, Rowan, yes. Okay.
So Rowan got the pinfall, and so we're going to go to Harper.
Okay.
Okay, so we got 5 for the match, 15 for the team win, 15 for the retention, and 1, 2, 3, nope, 2 moves, which gives them 37 points.
Good. Cool. So that's going to be 30 is 2. Well, it's going to be 208.
Then we go to Rowan. He's got 5 for the match, 20 for the win, 15 for the retention, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 moves gives him 44 points.
Okay. Is 64 and 7. It's 171. All right. Next up, the Bludgeon Brothers hold up their tag titles and head to the back. But before they make it back, Daniel Bryan's music hits and he walks past them on the ramp. And they pause and proceed to stare him down like lunch for a moment or two before Bryan kind of slinks his way past and continues yes chanting his way down to the ring.
Yeah, you guys don't want any of Daniel Bryan. He'll eat you for lunch.
I don't know. Have you seen those two when they actually let them wrestle? Those guys can move like Braun Strowman.
They can, but if Daniel Bryan is allowed to pick a tag team partner, we know who he's going to bring back for his tag team partner.
Kane.
And there's no chance in hell that that the Bludgeon Brothers are going to win.
Okay, who is it? Enlighten us.
His brother-in-law. If I was Bryan, that's who I'd bring back. Jim knows who I'm talking about.
Well, it can't be John Cena.
Yep. Rapaldo!
Are you sure about that? Because didn't they do the breakup thing?
They did the back together thing.
They're re-engaged.
And apparently, as noted in our news segment, John Cena is going to reverse his vasectomy so that they can have children.
Mm-hmm.
More details in the news video.
If Daniel Bryan brings out Cena for that, the fucking Bludgeon Brothers are done because Cena will just bring out the golden shovel and be done with it.
Mm-hmm.
So on to the
No,
match.
he can't bring out Kane. Kane is busy running a county.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't win yet.
No. Well, he's busy running for that office. He doesn't have time to wrestle.
Mm.
You were good?
Yeah, I think so, because we got Rowan. I think we're good on that. And then nothing happened in between. So, yes, so then we see The Miz warming up in the locker room, Rusev getting a pep talk from in English, Joe warming up, and Biggie getting carried through the hallway by Kofi and Xavier. And we go out to the ring for the main event 5-man gauntlet match.
Oh, crap. I forgot the main event points.
Oh, boy, don't forget those. It's a big old main event.
You didn't actually score the main event?
No, she forgot to award the main event points for the main event.
Oh. Yeah, don't forget that. Don't forget the main event victory points either for whoever won.
Oh, you didn't see the match?
He can just... I seen the match.
No, him. It's all whoever won.
Yeah. Rusev won.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Machka.
Fuck you.
That's okay. Jim, you can help me.
I'm good.
Wow, I got screwed this week on SmackDown. It's a good thing I got a whole crap ton of points for 205 Live, but I don't know if it's going to be enough.
We'll see.
So I was the main event of 205 Live.
You were.
It was a hell of a main event, too.
It was.
Here's a main event win. 4 for everybody.
Yep, 4 for everybody and an extra 5 on top of that for Rusev.
Well, then that was easy. So why are you making me struggle over here?
Also, did you give the proper elimination points?
3.
Yep, 3 for each time somebody got a pinfall or submission.
Yeah.
Cool.
I remember that part.
Good, just checking. So the match opens with the first two competitors being Daniel Bryan and Big E of the New Day. You may proceed.
So
Unless you
where
want
do
me to
wanna-
recap the whole gauntlet first.
Why not? You recapped everything else.
Okay. Ow. So, Bryan and Big E start off. Big E's trying to leverage his power. Bryan keeps trying to take him down and keep him off kilter. That whole thing ends with Big E missing a shot in the corner, hitting the ring post, and then eating a knee to the face.
Knee to face.
Yeah, pretty much. And Big E is eliminated first. So, do Big E.
Biggie, he has 5 for the match. He has 3 for specialty. 1, 2, 3 moves and 2 escapes, which makes it 6 points and makes it 17, plus the 4 for the main event, which gives him 21 points.
Nice. That's 9707 217. All right. Daniel Bryan's next opponent is Samoa Joe. And Joe starts off strong, backing Bryan into the corner with strikes. Bryan fires back with some kicks. They run the ropes, but Joe catches him with a spinning power slam and takes control for a while. At one point, Bryan looks for a Hurricane after firing back with some kicks, but Joe power bombs him. Then the crab STF crossface maneuver. Bryan gets his foot on the rope, and the ref breaks the hold, and Joe throws a kick, but Bryan catches him, takes him down. Starts working over Joe's knee, smashes it against a ring post. Joe comes back for a little while with a boot and a senton. Boots Bryan in the face, lays into him with the chops. Bryan comes back with chops of his own. Joe ties him up in a sleeper. Bryan sends Joe through the ropes, and both men are down. Bryan gets on the apron, goes flying with a knee, out on the floor. Hits a missile drop kick back in the ring on Joe, follows up with more kicks. Joe blocks him with Bryan with an enziguri, looks for the knee, but Joe dodges it and rolls out. Bryan follows him, but Joe coquina clutches Bryan, who fights free and gets in the ring before the ref's 10 count, but Joe is a second too late, and Joe is counted out for the elimination.
So Samoa Joe is 5 for the match, 3 for specialty. We have 5 move points, and then 4 for the main event is 18.
All right, that becomes 38, and 8 is 246. Before Bryan's next opponent can come out, the Bludgeon Brothers come back out and hit the ring and beat the shit out of Daniel Bryan. Since it's between matches, it doesn't count as an interference.
Fuck them.
It does or it doesn't?
It does not, because it was between matches, technically.
Fuck them.
The Bludgeon Brothers, the Bludgeon Brothers do, however, get 4 points each for an assault.
And they hit a move for that assault, so I added 1 move, so that's 5. I thought,
Okay.
because they hit a finish, because with that assault they hit the reckoning.
Okay, cool. And Eric Rowan.
Does that mean Daniel Bryan's going to get a tag team partner and
6.
re-enter the tag division?
I don't know.
Let's fuck them for fucking over my main event.
They got 5 points each.
Yep.
Bryan, destroy the Bludgeon Brothers. Go.
Needs a partner first. Anyway,
if he needs a partner, I hear there is a rather large snake just sitting at home doing nothing.
The rather large snake is sitting at home because he had his shoulder repaired.
Oh, yeah, but he's been out for a while. He might be okay by now.
It's possible.
Snake.
Randy Orton.
Oh, right.
The Viper. Remember that guy?
Yeah. He needs to come back on my roster, too. So that's 2 people out on my roster.
Yep. Technically 3 if you count Ronda's 30-day suspension, quote unquote.
Piss.
So what the hell is Orton's situation? No, not that. Where the hell is it? Sorry, it was not a shoulder. It was a knee surgery that Orton underwent. It was a knee surgery.
Ah.
My apologies. It's a knee surgery. All right. So, meanwhile, Ever the Opportunist, The Miz comes out next, immediately hits Bryan with a skull-crushing finale and eliminates him.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
So, Daniel Bryan's points, if you please.
5 for the match, 3 for the specialty, 1, 2 eliminations, so 6 points altogether. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 moves, and another escape, which brings them to 30, and plus that 4 for the main event is 34.
All right. Yeah, that's 60, 70, 82. Becomes 386. We are. The Miz is then left alone with the final member of the gauntlet, and that is Rusev, who comes out with Aiden English.
Which Aiden only has 5 for accompanying because I don't recall him doing any interference.
Nope. All right. So Rusev comes down, takes the fight to Miz early on. Miz tries to mount a comeback with a shot in the corner, but Rusev catches him, slams him down. AJ is watching the whole thing on a monitor. Rusev charges, but Miz ducks, and Rusev gets dumped out of the ring. Then Miz drop kicks him on the floor. Miz gets briefly distracted by Aiden English. So, no, that's an interference to Aiden English.
Okay. I missed that.
That's okay. And anyway, following the distraction there, the Miz proceeds to hit a... well, it throws Rusev back in the ring and then hits him with a backbreaker and a neck breaker. And some boots. Gets a couple of 2 counts. Chokes Rusev in the corner till the ref makes him stop. Then hits a running clothesline in the corner he likes to do. And then a flying axe handle for another 2. He then gouges Rusev's eyes when the ref isn't looking, then takes him down again. Rusev manages to finally block something, boots Miz in the face, and they trade punches. Rusev fires up and boots Miz down again, then splashes him in the corner, followed with a spinning heel kick. He looks for the big Machka kick, but Miz dodges it, and looks for the skull-crushing finale, but Rusev overpowers him and escapes that. They fight in the corner, which leads to Rusev kicking Miz in the head for a 2 count. Miz rolls out to buy some time before Rusev follows him, leading to Miz throwing Rusev into the ring steps and kicking him several times, then hitting a DDT for a 2 count once back in the ring. The Miz makes the fatal error of taking some time to mock Daniel Bryan. And instead ends up getting dropped by Rusev and locked in the Accolade, which forces him to tap out.
So the Miz has 5 for the match, 3 for a specialty, 3 for an elimination, and 3 for an escape of one of the accolades. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 move points, which gives him 28, plus the 4 for the main event is 32.
267. And Rusev Machka.
Rusev, he has 5 for the match, 3 for a specialty, 3 for an elimination, 3 for an escape, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 moves, and 10 for the win, because it's a specialty match, which gives him 30, plus 4 for the main event, which is 34.
No, it's more than that.
Then I missed something.
It's 10 for winning a specialty match on top of the 20 for just winning a match.
Okay, so it gives him 44. No, 54.
Because I don't think you included the 20, did you?
No, I did not.
Yeah, so 54 points to Rusev for that. Which puts him at 265.
Sure, pay attention when it moves go to you like that, but when it goes to somebody else, you.
Stop
pay
giving
attention-
yourself points. Cheater.
I'm teasing you now.
I pay attention to big 20-point gaps. I don't. If one or two moves here or there, I don't
sure
nitpick on
you
anybody.
do.
If either of you was missing 20 points, I'd make sure you had it too. Because you did that once before on somebody that wasn't me, and I corrected you on it too.
I still say you're a cheater.
I still say the people on your team suck.
At least the people on my team can be bothered to show up every week.
Brock Lesnar.
Touche.
Yep.
Touche. I'll give you that.
Send us some SmackDown.
Yep. We will
At
check
least
that
people
out.
on my team don't need the chinless wonder of cultural appropriation to win matches for them.
Don't blame people on my team for being smart.
He's still the chinless wonder of cultural appropriation.
Oh.
That's my new nickname for him, and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah. Hey, at least my tag team champions don't come out and assault my own guy and cost me a main event.
I don't have the tag team champions.
I do.
Oh, do you? Okay. My bad.
I don't have
thought-
either of the tag team champions.
Fair enough, my bad. Oh, you have them. Okay, well, never mind. I'll ignore that then. Sorry.
No, you're not.
Of course I am.
Bullshit.
You're not sorry. You're not sorry at all.
I am sorry at all.
So you admit it. You're not sorry at all.
Anyway, what are the totals? Let's get this over with. Let's see how badly I got fucking trounced in SmackDown.
The totals are AJ and Jeff couldn't be bothered to do more than a promo. All right, let's see.
Jeff is still probably waiting for his leg to heal.
Maybe. All right. Nope, you're back in the lead.
Wow.
Well,
Gloria-
this looks close, doesn't it?
Glorious is at 55.88, 89 rather, followed by Woken Warriors at 55.57, and the Legit Ready Architects at 51.09.
Okay, then. How the hell did that happen? You won the main event. How did I take the lead?
Because Rusev may have won, but he was the only man I had in that main event.
And Miz is
Okay.
the only one I had in that main event.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah,
you
I
had
Brian
you
and
had
Joe.
you had Brian, Joe, and Big E.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Big E. Did the other New Day members come out with him?
No.
Oh. Fair.
Sure.
Well, if they did, you didn't mention it. You didn't give them points.
No.
I didn't see an indication that they came out with him.
Yeah, I didn't see that either. Doing it in the recap.
Well, there's an easy way to find out.
He wants those extra points, even though he's in the lead.
Results. 5-man gauntlet match. Whoa. Okay, so no, they didn't come out with him.
Didn't think so. Anywho.
Yep.
So yeah, you had 3 guys in that match, whereas Tiff and I only had 1 a pop. So
Fair. But your one got 50-something points.
that's still less than all of your dudes combined.
Fair.
So that's kind of how that goes.
I suppose.
You really want Jim to be in the lead now, don't you?
No, I just thought he'd be in the league because it didn't sound like I got anything for most of that show except for the main event. Like, ooh, I got promo points for the Usos.
Oh,
I got
you
beatdown
had
points for Sanity. Ooh.
yeah.
Yeah.
I had
Tiff-
nothing for the women because
Yeah,
fucking
Tiff-
Charlotte was busy getting a boob job.
Yeah, Tiff has Becky Lynch and the Iconics.
Yep. Charlotte's the only woman I have on that roster.
Yeah,
And
you did
Asuka, who did nothing.
Yeah, you did get the Good Brothers for being in a tag team match.
Yeah, but they lost.
Yeah, but they were still in it.
Yeah. Fair. Okay, fair enough.
And then the Rusev thing, the guys in the main event are really what did it for you, because I mean, it's still. I mean, mind you, it's still very close. Obviously, I mean, you were 20 points ahead. You were 20 points ahead as of Raw, so really, you only gained about 10 points on me.
Fair.
So it's still within a 30-point spread between us.
Well, I'm about to gain a whole lot more.
Well, let's find out.
Because I had the entirety of a triple threat main event, so.
You did. So that's cool. Let's get to that.
But you had the entirety of the only other big match on the card, and then there was TJP squashing a jobber yet again.
He does that.
I think TJP is on Tiff's roster, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. So you get free points. Although your own man screwed himself out of points, so have fun with that.
Who, TJP?
Yeah.
How do you do that one?
He locked in the knee bar and refused to let it go. Therefore, you actually get no victory points because it ended in a no contest.
Fair. Anyway, there's a video package chronicling everyone's journey to the triple threat main event tonight. And we go to the opening match, and that Jack Gallagher is still in the UK. So the Brian Kendrick is walking Drew Gulak to the ring tonight as we get a recap of Lucha House Party's win last week.
Yes.
Please don't Grand Metalik come out with Dorado and Penelope Gulak, the Pinata, of course. And they get a locker room promo with Penelope, who tells them to get out there and lucha.
Yes. And then we have ourselves a match.
Yes, Drew Gulak versus
Lindsay Dorado.
I just said that.
So you're going to recap it? I don't have the recap. I just know obviously what matches they are because I scored it.
Yeah, at one point, Dorado hit Golden Rewind, but Kendrick put Gulak's foot on the rope.
Yep.
And then snapped him throat first across the bottom rope to set him up for Drew's finish. And he taps him out, and it's worth noting that Gulak has now submitted all three members of Lucha House Party.
Yep.
So there you go.
So, we have Grand Metalik and Kalisto with 10 points apiece for a promo and an accompaniment.
Yep. Hang on, I'll go back over here. Grand Metalik. Okay.
We have the Brian Kendrick, the man with a plan. He gets 11 points, 5 for a company, 6 for an interference.
Yep, 95. That puts.
Oh shit, that's the one thing I never did. Whoopsies. I just realized I forgot to total all the points. Hang on a second.
Idiot.
I was tired when I did this, so sue me.
All right.
That was your excuse for why Money in the Bank was a night late, too.
Ha ha ha. Bazinga.
You ready?
Thank you, Sheldon.
So we have the loser, Lindsay Dorado, the Golden Links.
Yep.
5 for a promo, 5 for the match, 5 moves for 2 drop salts, a rolling wheel kick, a diving crossbody, and the Golden Rewind for 15 points.
46 and 5 is 151.
All right. We have the winner, Drew Gulak. 5 points for the match, 20 for the win, 2 for moves, Northern Light Suplex, and the Gulak for a total of 27 points.
331.
Right.
Next up, let's see. Drake Maverick is prepping Danilo and Fibio on how he wants the main event called. That's the referee. Hideo Itami enters with a high, and Drake Maverick tells him that if he has issues in the future, he needs to handle them professionally and come to him instead of running in on matches. And Tommy says there won't be any problems if Maverick shows him respect. And Drake says that that's a two-way street, and Hideo can earn it by beating two tough competitors tonight. We then see a scene of Tony Nese hyping Buddy Murphy up in the locker room.
Yeah, so I didn't give points to Tony Nese and Buddy Murphy because they didn't say anything. It was literally one of those cutaways to the locker room just so they could go to commercial.
Yeah, which is fine.
But 5 points to Hideo Itami for the promo.
Yep.
Since he actually spoke to DM, the GM.
Yep. Okay.
Then TJP squashes local talent.
Well, TJP comes out with a mic talking about the cruiserweight being wasted again. Cruiser great being wasted again. Tries to interview the local enhancement guy whom he calls Palbert from Tostito, Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
Palbert punches TJP for disrespecting him, so he grapevines the leg and Palbert taps. He holds on for a little while, shouts out to the crowd, and walks out.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
So for TJP, 5 for the match, 5 for the promo, 1 for the knee bar, total of 11 points. Although I will say this bit did what it was supposed to because the dude punches TJP, he drops to the ground, and TJP just gets this look of indignance in his eyes. He's like, you did not just do that. He rolls over, kicks the dude in the shin, and rolls through into the knee bar. It's like, damn, son. Like, TJP gave no shit. He was like, no, fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
And just showed, like, actual skill. I was like, wow, okay, yeah, this bit did what it needed to do. You don't fuck with TJP.
Fair enough. So what points did TJP get?
11.
What was that for again?
5 for the match, 5 for the promo, 1 for the knee bar.
Sounds good.
Because it ended in a no contest, so nobody won.
All right. So that puts TJP at exactly 100 points.
All right. Then our main event.
Hold on.
No, literally went straight into the main event. There's nothing else.
No, then we got pros informing us that Leo Rush will debut next week.
Oh, well, yeah, there's that.
And then we're also going to get Kendrick Gallagher and Gulak versus Lucha House Party in a tag team elimination match.
Yeah, so you're going to get a whole fuck ton of points for that.
I am. Also, Cedric Alexander offers Mustafa Ali a handshake as he gets ready to head out for the main event.
No, Mustafa Ali's doing a stretch, and his hand goes in to pull Ali back to a standing position. He's like, come on, buddy. It's time for your match.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So I gave no points for that because it was literally just a hand.
Yeah, that's fine. And then we go to the main event.
Hideo Itami versus Buddy Murphy versus Mustafa Ali. I will say this match, in the beginning, the first half of it was kind of slow, and I was like, oh, I was kind of hoping they'd do some actual moves instead of just back and forth punching and stuff. But the second half of the match, holy shit, that's when all the signature moves came out, and man, that was fun to watch. Such a good match. Though I do wish Itami did more.
Mm-hmm.
Because he, did nothing. He didn't even win off a fucking finisher. That pissed me off.
Yep.
I mean, the least you could have done was GTS's ass. Come on.
He doesn't use that move anymore. It hurts people.
He uses a modified one. He uses the fucking stunner thing. It's basically a GTS. But anyway, go ahead and recap the match itself.
Yep, hold on one sec. It was a corner drop kick. He finished it with a signature.
He did. But only did that because the second corner drop kick he hit, corner drop kicked Mustafa Ali into an exposed turnbuckle.
Yep.
Which I wish there was points for that, but I was almost halfway tempted to give him foreign object points for that, but I'm like, no, he threw Mustafa Ali's face into the turnbuckle.
Yes, but he had to put an effort to expose the turnbuckle first. I would actually allow that.
Oh, okay. How much is it for foreign
3.
object use? Okay, let me add that. Hang on.
Yeah, I would actually allow 3 points for an exposed turnbuckle because I think that's intentionally exposing it to use it as a weapon. It's just that you can't, because it takes effort to actually use that to throw a guy. It's not just throwing it into it. It takes effort to set up. I would count it as a weapon use.
Fair enough. I will keep
okay?
that in mind for future scoring.
Is that okay with you, Tiff? Tiff?
Uh-oh. She fall asleep.
Yep.
There you are.
What?
Are you okay with that?
Okay with what?
With me giving Hideo Itami weapon use points for using an exposed turnbuckle? Even though that technically involves throwing the dude into the weapon, because it takes effort to set that up to be able to use it as a weapon, I counted it.
So it wouldn't count as a weapon use?
Normally, if you hit the weapon with the dude, it doesn't count. But in this case, because you have to go through the effort of actually exposing it and doing something to use it as a weapon, I counted it. I just think exposed turnbuckle should be an exception to the rule.
And what do you think there, Jeff?
Well, he's
number
biased.
one, I'm biased. Number two, originally I didn't give points, and Jim said, "Well, no, I would count that." And I said, "Oh, okay, that's fair. That makes logical sense." But I'd be fine with making that an exception. Like if you actually go through that trouble exposing the turnbuckle.
No.
All right then, recap the match, Jim.
A lot of dudes flew around and did crazy shit.
Wow, someone just doesn't give a shit about this match.
So basically, Murphy and Ali both try to get a piece of Itami to open the match up. And Buddy then chases him out to the floor and gets caught by Ali's dive. Murphy ends up getting kicked off the apron. Then Itami works over Ali. Buddy comes back, so he and Hideo can trade strikes. After turning Mustafa inside out with a huge lariat, Murphy's in control for a time, slows the pace down, tries sleepers on both opponents. Ali comes back and things pick up again, including a rolling X Factor on Buddy, where the Juggernaut launches him over his head, so he finishes the move on Itami.
Shit, I forgot to add that for Tommy. Whoops. I forgot to actually give Tommy points for winning the fucking match.
Uh-oh.
I'm
That's
an
okay.
idiot.
That's perfectly fine.
That's fine. At least you admit it.
All right. That works.
I'm fine with them not getting the points.
Me too.
Things stay crazy for a while. Highlights include a catch spin DDT on Itami from Murphy, Hideo drop kicking a moonsaulting Ali out of the air, and Mustafa hitting a 450 on both competitors simultaneously. Buddy pulled Ali out when he went to cover Itami after that maneuver and then sought to punish Mustafa on the announce table. But Ali turned the tide, swept the leg, and then hit him with a Spanish fly off the announce table onto the fucking floor.
Yes.
Damn.
That was fucking impressive.
Yeah.
I did give him OMG points for that because it was a running C4 off the table to the floor. And the commentator did, in fact, again go, "Oh my God."
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, fun fact.
Yeah.
Nigel McGuinness and Vic Joseph were not there because I think they're calling the UK shit.
Uh-huh.
So, what's the guy's name? The third commentator, the black guy. What's his name?
Percy Watson.
Percy Watson. Yes, he was joined by Young Boy Todd for this week. Or Tom, Young Boy Tom.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So, 205 Live got an injection of Tom Phillips this week at the commentary desk. And I believe it was Percy who did the "Oh my God," because I think he's the one that did it last week.
Yeah.
Goes, oh my god. Question.
Yes.
And I did not give Mustafa Ali points for this, though I did consider it.
Uh-huh.
Would Mustafa Ali get OMG points for the double 450? Because they were literally stacked on top of each other, and Mustafa just kind of looked at them like, wait, they're stacked on top of each other? What? And you just saw the look in his eyes, and he climbed up. He was like, you're all dead!
I don't know, Tiff, what do you think?
Mm,
Because, like, normally when someone does a double move, we give him OMG for it, but I didn't give him points for it because I was like, he didn't have to do anything. They were just kind of laying there. So it's not like he had to do anything different to hit them both with the same move.
I don't know.
Yeah, he got one OMG. I don't think he needs another.
Yeah. I thought I'd ask you anyway, just, because I didn't know
fine.
what the official ruling was.
Anyway, so Ali. So anyway, after the Spanish fly off the desk, that takes Buddy out of the picture for the duration of the match. Ali crawls back in the ring, gets drop kicked into the corner. Hideo then removes the ring pad, then proceeds to drop kick him into the corner again, into the exposed turnbuckle, and then win.
Mm-hmm.
So points.
Yep. I think Mustafa Ali fucked up though,
Okay.
because Hideo Itami went into the corner to remove the turnbuckle pad, and Mustafa stopped him before he could completely pull the pad itself off. So the pad was kind of hanging there. And then they did a sequence where Ali ran at him in the corner, and Mustafa Ali moved, and Ali hit the corner. And as he came back off the corner, you could kind of see him reach down and pull the pad off, realizing, oh shit, I think I interrupted Itami too early because the pad's supposed to be off. Because the pad was on until Ali actually hit the corner and pulled back from it, and it looked like he pulled the pad off the corner with him as he fell down. And then Itami came in and drop kicked him again straight into the exposed turnbuckle. So I'm thinking Ali fucked up and attacked Itami too early and didn't give him enough time to pull the pad itself off.
So are you gonna minus yourself some points?
No, I'm just mentioning it. That's all. Because I'm thinking the corner drop kick into the exposed pad was supposed to be the finish, and Ali realized he fucked the finish up and he needed to fix it. So he probably told Itami to throw him back in the corner so he could pull the pad off or some shit. I don't know, but it looked a little bit weird to me. That's all. But anyway, points, Jim. Jimson.
Yes.
All right, Buddy Murphy.
Yes.
Big Aussie.
Yes. Go ahead.
Oh, hey, Shinsuke was at MegaCon too. Anyway, so 5 points for being in the match, 4 for being in the main event, 3 for being in a specialty match, 3 for countering the Rolling Thunder X Factor, and 1 for an overhead gut wrench DDT for a total of 16 points to Buddy Murphy.
Go over that again.
5 for being in the match, 4 for being in the main event, 3 for being in a specialty match, 3 for countering the Rolling Thunder X Factor,
Okay.
and 1 for executing an overhead gut wrench DDT.
Okay.
For a total of 16 points to Buddy Murphy.
Sounds good. 36 and 6 is 142.
Mustafa Ali. We have 5 for competing in a match, 4 for competing in the main event, 3 for competing in a specialty, 5 for OMG for the running C4 off the table to the fucking floor. 7 move points for a running Hurricane Rana, Rolling Thunder X Factor, Reverse Frankensteiner, Tornado DDT, Super Kick, Double Jump Moonsault, and the 450 Splash for a total of 24 points.
Okay, so that's 47.
Yeah, Mustafa did the most
51.
points.
All right.
Yeah, Mustafa did the most moves that match. We have your winner, Hideo Itami. 5 for competing in the match, 4 for competing in the main event, 3 for competing in a specialty match, 20 for actually winning the match, 5 for winning the main event, 10 for winning the specialty match, 3 for countering the 054. Yeah, Mustafa tried to do it earlier in the match and did not hit it. 3 for the foreign object used for the exposed turnbuckle, and 2 for the 2 corner drop kicks for a total of 55 points to Hideo Itami.
Nice. So that's 80, 138. That sound right?
I don't know, what was his total before?
Tiff, do I have that right?
I
How
don't
would
have
she
mine.
know?
I don't have
Her-
mine updated over here, so how
Yeah,
would I know?
Her scores are all fucked up, dude.
What
82.
what were his total points?
55. So that's 7.
Yeah, 137.
137.
Okay.
There you go. That's your 205 live.
Alrighty, sounds good. Let's go on over here. All right, and your finals for the week. Glorious in the lead at 56.89, extending the lead to about 59 points. In second at 56.30 is the Woken Warriors, and in third at 51.20 is the Legit Rowdy Architects.
It's getting close, people.
All right. Let's go
Wait.
over to the...
Oh,
what?
Go back to the totals. Okay, no, that's right. Never mind. Okay. I read it wrong.
Okay, then.
I got exactly 100 points for 205 live.
Okay.
Threw me off for a minute.
Let's go to the leaderboards.
Yes.
Top of the leaderboards is Seth freaking Rollins at 610 points. Still holding strong with a decently comfortable lead. The Mr. Monster in the Bank, Braun Strowman, is at 544. Daniel Bryan clocking in at 386, followed by Finn Balor at 362, who is tied dead even with the U.S. champ Jeff Hardy. AJ Styles, the WWE champion, coming in at 340, followed by Drew Gulak at 331 for the Cruiserweight division. Big Dog Roman Reigns at 320, followed by the SmackDown Women's Champion Carmella at 312, who's followed by the new Raw Women's Champion Alexa Bliss at 285. And if you were to allow a slot due to there being a tie at 4 and 5, then Woken Matt Hardy, one half of the Raw Tag Champs, would also barely edge in at 278.
Fair.
So there's your program, folks.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Beautiful. All right. Close this out. Close this out. Close this out. Where's
Ding.
There we go. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, see? Yeah. This has been the usual, our WWE Fantasy Log for the week. We will see you next week for all kinds of wonderful stuff. We will have more news on Friday, more of this on Saturday. Maybe some other stuff. Who the hell knows? Anything is possible.
Here in the league.
Something like that. We'll see you next time, folks. Peace. Oh, thank you, too, for joining me, by the way.
Absolutely.
As always.
Right.
And we'll see you next time, folks.
You can't